Turbeton is a combat-oriented board game in which two players go head-to-head, waging a strategic fight across 3 different battlefields. The goal of this video is to teach you the basics and rules so you can get started playing with your friends. At first glance, Turbeton can seem like an incredibly complicated game with all the dice, board lines, and a few moving pieces. In reality, the rules to Turbeton are incredibly simple, and within a few minutes, you can experience the mind-racking gameplay that makes Turbeton so damn enjoyable. With that said, let's get started. In Turbeton, each player is given the responsibility of defending 2 shrines, which sit on the borders of 3 battlefields. The goal of the game is to destroy your opponent's shrines without letting your defenses down. Whoever destroys both of their opponent's shrines first wins. In most games, players are dealt 5 leader cards at random. Players can replace up to 3 of these leaders if they want. All leader cards are designed to break the game in an equally horrific way, so this decision comes down to player preference. Leaders are characters you control with unique personalities and playstyles. All leaders and shrines have a certain amount of power, which you can think of as health. As you fight, the power of leaders will increase and decrease. Leaders have an array of unique abilities you can command. Each leader's ability has a specific modifier which increases or decreases their power prior to applying the ability's effect. For example, if Amaya was to activate her second ability, +1, deal 3 damage to anything, her power would change from 5, designated there, to 6. The effects from these abilities can only interact with other units on the same battlefield. We also like to refer to these battlefields as boards. Here, we can see that Amaya is able to use this ability to deal damage to beastly remains. However, Amaya would not be able to use this ability to deal damage to Curio, as Curio is on a different board. Each turn, you're only allowed to activate up to 3 abilities. None of these 3 abilities may be used on the same leader. You're allotted 1 free movement, which means you can move 1 leader to an adjacent board. This does not count as using an ability. There is one keyword in Turbeton: Disarm. If a leader is disarmed, they can't use their abilities for 1 turn. You can keep track of who's disarmed with blue dice, or really any other object laying around. Just like leaders, shrines have power. Shrines also have an ability, +0, deal 3 damage to anything. However, unlike leaders, shrines can't be targeted if there's a leader blocking the board. For example, Amaya cannot attack either shrine because beastly remains is in the way. However, if Amaya were to move to this board, she would be able to attack this shrine. When a shrine dies, it's gone for good. When a leader dies, it gets sent to the Afterlife, where it has a chance to be resurrected and fight another day. At the start of each player's turn, they can advance their leaders to the next tier in the Afterlife. When a leader advances out from Tier 3 of the Afterlife, it is resurrected and can be placed in any of the 3 boards. When an enemy leader dies, you gain 2 gold. When an enemy shrine is destroyed, you gain 3 gold. With that gold, you can buy relics. Relics are powerful items with the capacity to strengthen your army in a variety of ways. At all times, there are going to be 3 relics available in the shop. At the end of your turn, if you have enough gold, you can buy, at most, 1 relic. Relics can be played at any time. You can even use them in response to your opponent using an ability. When you buy a relic that says, choose a leader, that relic is permanently attached to a leader of your choice, modifying that leader's behavior. If a leader dies, it keeps any relics that were equipped to it in the Afterlife. Let's look at an example turn from a match with Andrew, the rulebook editor. Andrew has already destroyed one of the villain's shrines. He has a lot of damage at his disposal, but Maluaskis is in the middle board, preventing him from dealing the final damage he needs to win the game. At the start of Andrew's turn, he advances his dead leaders 1 tier in the Afterlife. At this point, Andrew is allowed to use 3 abilities from his leaders and shrines. Andrew starts by activating his shrine's ability, +0, deal 3 damage, to injure Maluaskis, bringing its power down to 2. Andrew uses his second ability by activating his other shrine to deal an additional 3 damage to Maluaskis. Maluaskis dies, and gets sent to the Afterlife. Andrew gets 2 gold for the kill. For his third and final ability, Andrew activates Fascus Flade's ability, which deals 2 damage to an allied leader, and 6 damage to an enemy, hitting the villain's shrine. At the end of his turn, Andrew has 6 gold. He spends 3 of it to purchase Galvanized Spear, which says, once per turn, you may deal 2 damage to anything. Andrew instantly uses it at the end of his turn to deal 2 more damage to the enemy shrine, winning the game. Now, it's your turn to play. Turbeton is a simple game with a system designed to create highly interactive gameplay, rich in depth. We want as many people to experience Turbeton as possible, so we've made it available for free using Print and Play, and with Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Check out the video description for more information. See you soon, and thanks for watching. Oh, okay. Yeah, Fascist Flade's ability. Fascist Flade's ability. Fascist Flade. Fascist. God damn it. Fascist Flade.
Renaming this character.
Fascist Flade's ability.
Yeah. Fliscus Flockus.
Flossy Nossi Nihilipilification's Flade's ability.